Greetings and salutations. This is Fragments of Memory, aka your friendly neighborhood armchair philosopher. What is the ugly person argument? Lately, I have been hearing the phrase ugly girl argument here on YouTube. And during the whole thug versus educated lame discussion, one female YouTuber referred to the promotion of educated lames as the male equivalent of the ugly girl argument. So, what is the ugly girl argument? At this point, you can insert short, fat, stinky, skinny, corny, and on and on and on, and you get the picture. It seems to me that the ugly person argument, or UPA henceforth, is the argument someone makes when they are not part of the group that is considered beautiful or desirable. It's the flat-chested girl complaining that men only want women with large breasts. It's the short guy who feels some type of way when women swoon over tall men. It's the nerd complaining that the girls want the jocks, pretty boys, or thugs. What is unsaid yet screaming out and resounding through the highways, back alleys, main streets, and side roads is, they didn't pick me. How dare they not pick me? How could they like that over this? Due to being rejected, we then proceed to denigrate and deride what the object of our love, desire, lust, or whatever chose over us. The sour grape syndrome. Now, as a side note, I've probably talked about this in a video many years ago. It's called Bitter Taste Sour Grapes. And anyway, there's an old Aesop fable. You've probably heard of it when you were a child. Basically, it goes like this. There's a fox. He's walking along. He sees a vine, and on the vine there's hanging some delicious, round, succulent grapes. And the fox tries to get at the grapes because he's hungry, and he wants to just partake of them. They look so good. I've got to get those grapes, the fox thinks. So the fox, of course, tries to reach up and grab the grapes. He stretches. He stands on his hind legs. He jumps up and can't get them. So after a while, he gets frustrated, and the thing he says is, they were probably sour anyway. Now, I was watching a video made by one Black Diaspora, also known as Sergeant Willie P., also known as SWP, where he touches upon this. The name of the vid was called Agent Bloggers. Although the video doesn't discuss this particular topic in its entirety, SWP touches upon it in the vid. In the vid, he points to many bloggers who are women who discuss the issues of colorism against dark-skinned women. However, upon further investigation of these women aren't even dark-skinned women. They are black women, but they are not dark-skinned black women. Some he may have described as being overweight. Maybe they're not the finest-looking thing in the world. Anyway, he opines that many of them attempt to blame their issues solely on colorism, or that there exists some deficit of character on the part of the men who didn't pick them. He would briefly discuss his brother. Now, although his brother was college educated, gainfully employed, had his own car, house, finer things in life, his brother was still single. According to SWP, his brother was a little bit out of shape. Now, in many ways, I do agree with Sarge that the UPA is used to counter our feelings of inferiority. I think, as Sarge has also opined, that one should work to be the best possible version of themselves and not waste time cursing the darkness, so to speak. I'll admit that I have my own never been picked issues, or my invisible man issues, which, if you guys are 90s people, or 80s babies and then 90s teenagers, now during the middle to late 90s, there was the group 98 Degrees, the boy band, and they sang a song called The Invisible Man. And in it, the group is singing the song is about a guy who longs for a girl, loves her, but yet she is into somebody else. Now, a lot of us, men and women, have our never been picked invisible man, or in the case of women, invisible women issues. And I think the best course of action is to let a light shine, and in this case, that be working on yourself, improving who you are, and accepting yourself for what you are, rather than cursing the darkness, saying so and so is a superficial person if they only want a person with money, or so and so is a destructive person if they want to date a thug, or so and so is such a destructive or superficial person because they want to date someone with beauty. So for me, no more ugly person arguments. It's time to stop that. I think too many of us are feeling sorry for ourselves, myself included. I'm saying it to myself while I say it to you. And we have to keep making the ugly person argument, the UPA. Stop making the UPA. Create that light, and stop cursing the darkness. Peace, guys. Have a beautiful day.